Hey, it's September 5th, and I just wanted to give a quick bus update. Some of the stuff I've done in the last week or so. It's been a while since I updated, but just to show real quick. I put some outside lights on the bus. We're in Connecticut, and it gets dark early now, and the days will be getting shorter. So I put some lights up on the outside. So one of those is a backup. I'll have a few more. This is the driver's side. And there's no doors, but I still plan on putting some on the side so when you're parked, you'll be able to see. And don't know if I'm going to put anything on the back, but on the sides, I'll have stuff. I have one over here. There used to be like a fluorescent light or something up there. I took it down, and so I have these things got on Amazon. And same with up here. And then the big backup light, so that way I can see where I'm aiming when I'm backing up in the dark. It's a bit of a mess in here. Pardon the mess. So inside, I installed some more wiring. Got switches hanging there. Gonna get some, make a metal plate is how I tend to do it, and mount the switches. I buy switches that you just drill a hole for and slide them through. And these are slide-on connectors, so it makes it I can functionally use them right now, but then when they're installed, they'll sort of make sense. In my Sprinter van, I have roof lights, I call them, so when I'm working outside in the dark on a service call, I can kind of find my way around. And then when you put it in reverse, all the rear-facing lights turn on, and the strobe and the beeper and all that crap. So I'll arrange the same thing on this. I tend to use a separate ground bar, kind of like we use in a circuit breaker box, so that makes my grounds neater. Also, I'm running this through on my auxiliary battery, and there is a shunt, so I can measure current, so I have to keep that ground bar isolated from the chassis of the bus. Otherwise, it won't give a proper reading. So then I made the center console. Maybe I showed that last time. The LEDs don't work on some of my switches. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It's kind of like, well, we'll see. You can always change them. It's easy enough to do. And so I got these cup holders on Amazon Blue. Woohoo! Blue LEDs. And they're so friggin' bright when you're driving down the road. It makes a reflection. So it's kind of cool when you're parked. I'm going to see if I can put a resistor in there to tone it down when I'm driving. I just need to find where the cup goes. In my Sprinter van, I have a black console, and don't really have any interior lighting when I'm driving, and I'm looking for the cup holder a lot of times. So the other thing I installed was the inverter under here, connected it to my 1000 amp battery, which is just temporary. We'll have more on there later. So temporarily mounted it on the wall here, and I got 12.9 volts, so it's kind of nice. I have a selector switch for power coming in, so right now it's wired in under the bus to feed my 120 volt infrastructure. So now I have like a little window fan, plug it in, and yeah, right. I was on street last time. Okay, so let me take a walk back here. So yeah, we tried a little cooking in here, see what it's like. I put cabinets, the top cabinet that came with this bus, cut it and put one on one side and one on the other. And it's kind of cool. And I was concerned about, a stovetop someday and the heat distance and all that countertop, and I think it'll be fine. And so let me go flip this over so the inverter feeds the infrastructure here. So I'm lucky I have this thing, and that shows I can change inputs from the shore power cord, generator 1, and I wired it to generator 2 for now. So now my fan turns on. And the refrigerator too, I should shut that off. So the refrigerator will do pretty good on the inverter, but I don't want to kill the battery right now. There's no need for it. Oh yeah, I should take the butter back in. There we go. And then the other thing is, when you got bottles and cans in there, these suckers fly around while you're driving. Even though the refrigerator is semi-secure, still not a bad idea to find a way to secure them in a refrigerator. But it's 18 cubic foot refrige seems to draw very little current, which I rather like. And then just experimenting with, you know, microwave and the little Keurig thing here to see how this works out and what I want to do. This is not a permanent cabinet or tabletop, but it's here for the mock-up, I'll call it. So yeah, so this is what I've got so far, and the bench still continues on, same status there. The bunks, same status there. I see on Amazon I can buy mattress 30 inches wide by 74, and I'm gonna see about that. I read some more reviews or something. Gotta get that outlet out of the way. So we used a piece of pipe today, rigid conduit. Rigid conduit makes great, how do you call it, holder for clothes. So I'm gonna have a clothes rack back here, and I gotta have some kind of curtain back here, I guess, so if I'm using the porta potty I got some privacy. I don't worry too much myself, but my wife might like that. So so that's the scoop. And yeah, I put up, oh yeah, some temporary work lights in here on Amazon. These I buy it from LED wholesalers on Amazon. They come like 16 feet long, and 2 strips of them, one for the front, one for the rear. And this is great, good working light. Does not draw a lot of power. I can shut this inverter off now. And see, it's still got 12.6 volts on a crazy one battery. And so it makes great temporary lighting. And I do have some recessed lights that I don't know if I'm really enthused about, that I got on Amazon. They look a little different than the picture. I'm going to try them because I need to have some kind of a light. I always exit out this door, and I don't have all my light switches are up at the front of the bus, and I'm probably just going to put it on a motion sensor and have a switch for manual, auto, or something like that. I don't know. But I'd like to have switches in each area, you know, for kitchen, bedroom, bathroom, etc., but also be able to cut them all off from up front if you're driving and something's, you know, causing a reflection, you can't see it, a mirror or something. I kind of like having a control. My wife says I have control issues, you know. So have a switch there for that. Anyway, oh yeah, I'm probably gonna put the wood back up here soon, so that way I can and make it hinged, so that way I can continue running wires, but it'll be easy. Just pop a screw out and we can run more wires. So, but it'll come together with aesthetics. That's what I'm trying to say. Not too worried about it now because there are wires hanging over. My next big project is to make a. We have this bench seat here, and there's this rail here. There's used to be hydraulic levelers, and I want to make a passenger seat there so that we can have a place for Diane to sit, passenger, and then often they have a board that covers over the stairs so that the person's feet aren't just dangling over the wheel well or stairwell. And so we're going to explore that and see what I can come up with. And I have another Sprinter van seat, passenger seat from my 2002 Sprinter van, and I'm going to try and make something there. It would be cool to have a swivel on it so you can face into the aisleway. And but when you're driving, you got to be comfortable. I had put heat mats in it, so it would be a heated seat. And the driver's seat here is not bad. I feel like I could use a little more back support. You know, upholstery and stuff is kind of beat up. And right now money's tight, so I'm gonna, you know, scrounge something. I have some seats in the tobacco barn, and we'll see what I got. But it's not bad, and I wouldn't change it in any hurry. But I gotta make Diane comfortable, and then I'll start removing this stuff and making another bench here. And the other thought I had was, her dad mentioned, you know, you hit the brakes hard or something, is all this stuff going to go flying forward and hit somebody? So maybe in the kitchen area. I was thinking of putting a partition here, but I rather like the openness between the sitting area and this area. And actually, previously on this bus, they had a piece of polycarbonate there and probably made a nice barrier, but I took it down, used it for something else. And the other thing that's kind of nice is if you're going down the road, at least for me, I'd be leaning up against this thing. I'd put a pillow there, put my feet up, and be sitting here. And I like the idea of that partition, and rather than 8 feet of open. But maybe we'll figure something out that could drop in, and so if somebody, you're on a trip, you want to lean and be comfy. So all this is weird in my brain. I don't articulate the details too well. I try and write it out on paper, but yep. So we'll see it when it comes to reality, I guess. So that's it for now. Enjoy the day. Praise God, another beautiful day. It's another real hot day, and but soon to be cool. So we got a storm coming in tonight. I guess a cold front gonna make a storm, and things will be cool for a little while after that. So then I can maybe get some work done this weekend. With some cooler weather would be great. So thanks for checking it out. Subscribe to the channel. Check the little bell there, and it'll show notification. And God bless. Take care now. God bless.